The notification blinked on my phone. Another message from her. I didn't open it immediately. Not yet. Something in the way her name lit up the screen made my stomach tighten. It wasn't anger. Not yet. It was the quiet dread that always precedes a storm. I could hear her voice in my head, shrill and demanding even before I read the words. The kind of voice that made you doubt your own sense of reality. I finally swiped. Here's my wedding gift list. I expect a car, an apartment, and designer bags. Don't disappoint me. I stared at it, my thumb hovering over the screen. Her audacity wasn't new, but the sheer brazenness of it. That was new. My chest didn't tighten. It froze, cold, calculating. I typed back slowly, deliberately. I'm not buying any of it. The silence afterward was deafening. Then don't even come. She screamed it through the text, all caps, every letter a dagger aimed straight at my patience. I didn't respond. I didn't need to. I didn't go. I sat alone in my apartment that night, staring at the blank walls, and felt the subtle tremor of satisfaction. Not joy, not relief, just clarity. She'd shown her hand, her true self. I started noticing the patterns in her life I had ignored before. The constant expectation that everyone else owed her something. The way she flinched when a conversation didn't revolve around her. The subtle manipulations. The small lies that never quite lined up. And the more I thought, the more the pieces began to slide into place. The birthday gifts she never acknowledged. The way she borrowed things and never returned them. The way she always played the victim when confronted. It was all there, waiting. Like a map, if I only had the patience to follow it. I didn't lash out. I didn't text her back. Not yet. That was the wrong move. Emotion clouded judgment. I needed evidence, patterns, confirmed truth. I began my quiet investigation. I checked her social media, not out of curiosity, but necessity. Everything seemed pristine. Pictures of happy couples, engagement parties, luxurious displays of life she insisted we were all responsible for funding. But beneath it, subtle inconsistencies. Names that didn't match, locations that didn't line up. The faint trace of a life lived in half-truths. I made notes, small, meticulous observations. Dates, times, phrasing. A mental ledger of her lies. Every detail was a thread I intended to pull. I didn't feel rage, not yet. There was only the cold calculation of someone who had been slighted, watching the world's cracks form and waiting to slip through them unseen. I started following the threads she left behind. Phone calls at odd hours. Quick messages that vanished before I could read them. A delivery here, a borrowed credit card there. Nothing blatant. Everything subtle. I didn't confront anyone yet. I didn't let suspicion leak. I kept my face neutral in family gatherings. My voice calm when asked why I wasn't attending the engagement party. Every word measured, every glance calculated. And then I found it. A small inconsistency on her social media, something anyone else would have ignored. A name, repeated in comments on pictures that didn't match the man she claimed to love. I traced it patiently, quietly. Phone records, mutual friends, tagged locations. The pattern emerged. Her perfect engagement was a facade. She had been juggling two lives, and one was about to collapse. I obtained proof. Hard proof. Not rumors, not suspicion. Photographs, messages, timestamps. Evidence she could not deny. I didn't confront her immediately. I let her think she was untouchable. I waited. Then I called. She picked up, breathless. Probably in mid-argument with someone else she was deceiving. I said nothing at first, letting her fill the silence with her own assumptions. Finally I spoke. Calm, even, controlled. I have everything. The pause on the other end was exquisite. A mixture of disbelief, panic, betrayal. She tried to stammer, to deflect, to charm. I let her struggle. I let her unravel. I didn't shout. I didn't accuse. I handed over the evidence quietly. Photographs, messages, records. Every lie she told. Every manipulation she relied on, laid bare in stark clinical clarity. Her voice cracked. She begged. She cried. She tried to gaslight, to twist, to rewrite history. I listened. Cold, detached. Everything I had felt, the anger, the betrayal, the simmering storm inside me, was controlled, precise. I hung up. No arguments, no dramatic farewell, just silence. Family called the next day, confused, angry at her. They couldn't reconcile her story with the evidence. She became the liar, the manipulator. She had built her empire on deceit, and it collapsed while I remained untouched. I watched from the sidelines, not triumphantly, but with quiet satisfaction. No gloating, no tears. Just the clarity of someone who had seen the truth, who had waited, and who had acted with precision. Her screams and pleas faded into background noise. The family blamed her, and I walked away. Not bitter, not triumphant, just free. The silence followed me. Heavy, permanent, but mine. I didn't need her approval. I didn't need the gifts. I needed nothing from anyone. And in that realization, I was untouchable. The final truth settled in me like ice. Cold, sharp, final. I had lost nothing. She had lost everything. And I was gone.